There.
There.
Yep.
Took too long enough.
Whatever.
Slow poke.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. I know we haven't gone live in a couple weeks. Stop drinking my water, Spotted Leaf. But here we are again. Yep. So we're having a great big snowstorm tonight with a lot of wind and heavy wet snow on the power lines. So if we suddenly disappear, that means the power went out. But we might be able to come back because we have a power pack that we can plug the modem and the ring light into. Hopefully it won't go out though, because that'll be a pain. So how's everybody doing tonight? I see there are 5 people here. Nobody's talking yet though.
I know what they're doing.
What?
Whatever it is they're doing.
They're hate watching?
Never know.
I know I know we have some people who hate watch, but
You never know.
that's just the way it goes.
Everyone's just sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. We stayed home today because the roads are really, really bad. And hello, Molly. Yes, I do know that you like watching. And thank you for becoming our very first YouTube channel member. So now you can enjoy all the perks, like the badge there and the emojis. And there will be more emojis as more people join. And there will be a weekly members-only vlog. Now that you've joined, I'll go ahead and make one. There was no sense making one until somebody joined. But you get the emojis and your name highlighted so we can see you better, and you get a free monthly membership chat and stuff like that. Yeah, so far those are all the ones all the emojis we have so far. But as more people join, I will be able to upload more. I have 6 more emojis made of the rest of the cats waiting on my computer, but YouTube won't let me put them on until we get more members. But thank you very, very much. And hi, Liz McKenna. I can't wait for spring either, and it's wet and sloppy here too. It's really wet, heavy snow.
Yeah.
And really high wind. Molly says, yay, no worries. I'm first at something for once, LOL. Yeah. Liz says, another snowstorm coming later this week. Ugh. Yeah, and it's supposed to get really cold, like 14 degrees. Right now it's 32 here. But with the wind chill, it's like 23. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, today is definitely a day when we did not plan on going anywhere.
No, the news after road weren't going to be the greatest anyway.
Yeah. It's too easy to go in the ditch even if you're driving 5 miles an hour.
Like go out on bad roads when you don't have to.
No. Liz says, I'm nervous for when everything freezes. Yeah, it's going to be a big mess. And there will probably be school cancellations in the morning because of it. I don't think any schools got canceled today, but they probably will tomorrow. Molly says, our temperatures only dropped after the new year. You can feel the coldness before you couldn't feel it. Yeah, same here. January and February are always the 2 coldest months of the winter around here. And this is our first actual snowstorm this year. Usually we get them earlier than this, but we didn't this year. That's okay, because snow is fine, but snowstorms are not fun. Spotted Leaf. Yeah, she knows when we go live, and she knows that that's her time to get lots of attention. So she always shows up. Liz says, I am jealous of my cousins who are spending the winter in New Zealand. Yeah. Anywhere where it's warm is always better. Molly says, we haven't had a snowstorm in a good few years. It was freezing fog yesterday and you couldn't see the houses across the street. Yeah, fog's not fun either.
No. We're just finally starting to get a little bit of snow to actually even make it what you even talking about.
Yeah. Molly says, I have family in Australia. It's warm down there. Yeah, the south is here on this in this part of the world. The south is always warmer than the north too.
Yeah. It's a slow day today.
Yep. And there are of course there's cats all over the house.
Yeah.
The sisters are over there sleeping on the couch, Boo and Leela.
It ain't nothing new.
No, they like to sleep on the couch. Liz says they are staying in New Zealand for 2 months, then staying in Australia for a month. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I've always been kind of curious about Australia, but I know we'll never make it there. The only other country I've ever been to is Canada. Don's never left the U.S.
No. Never left the country.
Nope. When I was growing up, it was really easy to go to Canada because you didn't need a passport. But then 9/11 happened, and now you need a passport, so it's a lot harder.
So a lot of things changed after that.
Yeah. We used to just go on like vacations up around Ontario and stuff, and you can't do that anymore. So Molly says, I've been, it's warm and nice, but very different to here. Yeah. I know they have kangaroos.
Yeah.
Yep. Spotted leaf. Okay. You're crazy. Yep, she's obsessed with being petted. I don't know how much of her you guys can see. Yeah, maybe quite a bit. She's silly. The power kept flickering earlier, so hopefully the power doesn't go out, but we'll find out. We have the power pack in here if it does. We've filled up some great big containers with water. The heater is natural gas, so it doesn't need electricity.
Yeah, they don't require electricity for it to function.
Yeah. And if we do need if the power does go out, we have a Coleman stove to make dinner if we have to. We didn't make dinner yet. And hello, Belfry Bats. Hello from cold and snowy northern Arizona. Yeah. I remember when I went to work at the Grand Canyon in 1995, I was like, oh, it's the desert, it's going to be so warm, blah, blah, blah. A few days later, I walk out to go to work, snow. I was so mad, but now I know better.
Yep. It don't work that way.
No, northern Arizona is pretty much just like here.
Yeah.
You have to go to southern Arizona if you don't want snow.
Yeah, I gotta go more south.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I have a friend who's flying to Vegas right now, and that's going to be nice and warm for her out in the desert.
Yeah.
Molly says the cat's looking petted. Yeah, she's obsessed. If you stop, she gets silly. She starts rolling around and getting silly.
Yep. You'll even start pushing everything across the table even.
Yeah, that's why there's nothing on the table. Almost nothing.
You get a little pushy sometimes.
Yeah. Molly says, I don't know if I fancy Vegas. A family member's been during the heat wave and said it was very warm. Yeah, you shouldn't really go to Vegas in the summer. I hear it's like 120 degrees. But I think wintertime it's not so bad. It's probably just nice. I can find out actually.
Can you?
Yeah, I can look up the weather. I can look up and see what the temperature is right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Now, why would you want to do that for?
Because I'm just curious. I know it's not like summer. If I can get it to come up. Huh. I guess on the website it won't come up. That's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
All it says is US. It won't go to Las Vegas. And my phone, where I could normally look, is attached to the tripod. You guys are on it.
Poor kitty.
I guess I don't know how to look up the temperature on here. So much for the Weather Channel. Let's try this. What's the temperature in Las Vegas, Nevada, right now? Okay, it says it's 48 degrees over there right now, Fahrenheit.
48?
That sounds cold. That's what it says, Las Vegas, Nevada, 48 degrees. And it's almost 3:15 over there. So it's not 120 degrees out there right now.
No.
Molly says that's not too bad. I think they just happened to be there during the heat wave. There was health warnings out, but they did enjoy it, just very warm. Yeah, well, it is. Las Vegas is in the middle of the desert, so in the summer it's really hot. Belfry Bat says we're going to Vegas over Memorial Weekend for another outdoor punk rock festival. It will be hell on earth. Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been to Vegas, but I've been to Laughlin. Laughlin is like Vegas's little turd.
Yep.
What do you mean, yup? You've never been to Laughlin?
I was going to say, yep, I've never been no further
No.
than Colorado. I just had to stop and clear my throat a little
Yeah.
bit.
Molly says that would be warm for us in winter in Vegas. Yeah. But yeah, Laughlin, Nevada is like 300 feet into Nevada. So I've been like 300 feet into Nevada, and that's it. From Bullhead City, Arizona. And that was way back in 1996, so that was a long time ago. But I can say that I have stepped foot in Nevada before. As for Vegas, I've never been there, and I probably never will be. Even though there's stuff there I'd like to see, like Omega Mart.
Crazy.
Yeah, she needs to. You need to settle down.
You only
Yeah,
get supper off the table.
Yeah. Belfry Bat says Bullhead is the hottest city in Arizona. Yeah, it's right there on the river.
Yeah.
We were there.
Get down.
I was there in February, I think. Yeah, February. So it wasn't too horrible at that time. I was only there for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I never was out in the Southwest during the summer. I was there from December until that year anyway, from December until the beginning of March. And then the second time I went out, I was there from October until December in Indio, California, and Hemet, California. And then I came back here, and I've been here since. That was it. And that was a long time ago. But yeah, I got interrupted by her kicking coffee almost on the floor, but I want to see Omega Mart, that Meow Wolf place out there in Arizona. It looks really cool. And there's a bunch of other Meow Wolf places too, but maybe someday. Because it takes like $5,000 to go to Vegas, so from here, so that's not going to happen.
No, it depends on where you go. Of course, it is a kind of a price area to go when you got a room. If you're going to be renting a motel or hotel rooms, and it can get expensive.
Belfry Bat says, you haven't lived until you spent the summer in Arizona. Ugh. Sometimes it gets too hot here. I can't imagine out there. No, get down. Yeah, she's not being good right now. And now she went straight over there and started slapping Buddy in the head, and he was sleeping. It's like she takes her frustration out on other people or other cats.
Yep, all mad because
we made her get down.
Yeah, making her get down, yeah.
Molly says, no thanks. Here's warm enough for me, and I can barely cope. Yeah. It gets pretty bad here sometimes in the summers when it's like in the 90s, almost 100% humidity. Then that's not fun at all.
Yeah, when it's really high temps and then high humidity on top of it.
Yeah, but I hear out in the desert they don't even have any humidity.
Yeah, it's more of a dry
I know
heat.
when I was out there was no humidity. It was in the 80s and everything was really dry.
Yeah, but it's like as soon as you start sweating, it just evaporates right off you.
How come you're talking like you've been out there?
Because I'm just imagining if it was to be in the dry heat, that the sweat's just going to evaporate right off you. I'm imagining it.
Yeah, you are imagining, because no.
Yeah, you act like I'm not allowed to have an imagination.
Molly says, haha, Donna's too funny. Yeah, he's talking like he's been out there, and he hasn't.
I've been as far as Colorado.
I know when I went out there, I got out. I was in the car with the air conditioning on, and I stopped at a Del Taco in Indio, California, because I was hungry. As soon as I got out of the air-conditioned car, shut the door, I felt my eyeballs dry out. That was the weirdest thing I've ever felt. Because it was so hot that day, and so dry.
Well, you know, if you would have closed your eyes would have dried out.
Who walks around with their eyes closed?
You.
But anyway, after we stopped there for lunch, we decided to just keep right on going over the mountains, over the San Jacinto Mountains, and we went to Hemet instead, where it's not quite as bad, and they actually have some grass and trees and stuff. Indio is right in the middle of the desert, nothing but dirt. That was where we were originally going to stay, but I decided to keep going a little further. But that whole trip was dumb. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to go out to California. I want to go back to California and live out there, and with no plans ahead of time. And I can get out there and stay in a motel and hurry up and get a job. And then as soon as I get paid, I can hurry up and get an apartment. Yeah, haha, hilarious.
Yeah, because you didn't have nothing planned out.
No, I ended up in a homeless shelter for 3 months, and then I came back to Michigan, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, you didn't have a shelter lined up, you didn't have a job lined up when you went out there?
No, I was very young, dumb, and naive. That was basically the stupidest thing I ever did in my life.
Well,
I'm lucky I'm not dead.
Well, sometimes those are the stupid things a person does in their life. They're the best stories to be telling sometimes.
Yeah. Punk Skunk says Indio sucks. Yeah, it does. That's where that John guy was from. And he didn't eat food, he ate pills. You better get down. Come here. Get down. Get down. Ah. Punk Skunk says, loved watching your older videos. Yeah, weren't they terrible? But if you go to the TKDW Vlogs Days playlist, there's a whole bunch of those. And I set them in order so that you can start from the beginning. The first few videos are not vlogs. They're just little bits and pieces. And then the vlogs start from January 15th, 2015 on. And they're just terrible. Because I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and I didn't know how to edit properly. I sounded ridiculously shy. I was filming stupid things and saying stupid things and telling too much personal information, which got me a bunch of trolls from the Boit community. And yeah, they were great. Yeah, they're great because they're so terrible. They're so horrible that they're hilarious. But as time went on, they got a little better and a little better and a little better. By the time I had to get rid of that channel and move all the videos to this channel, they weren't too bad. And then as this channel's been going on, they're getting a little better and a little better. And they'll just keep getting better the more I learn about editing and filming and everything. So it's a constant learning experience. Practice makes perfect, so they'll just keep getting better over time. Of course, you can't expect anybody to be perfect right on day one, because they definitely weren't. And those I think it was 2 that I had to that I put up from the old channel. I had to re-edit them because the editing was so terrible. And then the 2 from Christmas, now that's a different story. My dad filmed those, and I had to edit them. So they were a little different. They weren't actual vlogs. Those ones are cool because that was a long time ago. Belfry Bat says, "What was the gift you opened after you opened the Briar Horse? It was in a box. You took it out of the box, then put it aside." It was a 35mm camera. And it auto loaded, but that didn't work a lot. So here I would put it in, and you're supposed to hook it on the end, close the door, and hit the button, and it would auto load. Most of the time it didn't though. So here I am taking pictures, blah blah blah. I think I'm done. I open up the camera to go get them developed. The film never went through at all. So that wasn't that great. But yeah, I used to use real cameras with real film. Molly says, "My cats just came in. No room for him on the sofa." Yeah, that's cute. And hello, Michelle. Hi to Neil and Don. Happy New Year and Tuesday night. Yep, Happy New Year to you too. Punk Skunk says, "I always love the new beginnings when people start new projects." Yeah. And Michelle says, "Hi kitties too from Christmas, Junebug, and Raquel Bell 7, meow meow." And Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, like I said, you gotta start somewhere. But anyway, those Christmas videos, my dad filmed those on an old VHS camera. I mean, it wasn't old at the time, it was brand new at the time, but that stuff is from VHS. And 2 or 3 years ago, my mom and I sent all the VHS tapes in to be transferred to digital. There's another playlist called, Vintage Travel Vlogs or something like that you can look at on our channel that has all the stuff that my dad filmed with that camera when we went places like Tennessee and Kentucky and South Dakota. It's a lot of cool stuff in that playlist too, if you want to see more of that. And I have a whole bunch more VHS stuff too, but some of it people just aren't going to be interested in. Like my brother running around in the backyard. I don't think anybody's going to care about that. Don says, or Michelle says, Don, when is the cornbread ready? Well, tonight's not chili night, so no cornbread tonight. We're going to have a steak tonight. We're going to split a steak. Belfry Bat says, is that kid in the Christmas video your mean old brother? Yeah. He doesn't want anything to do with me now, but that's his choice. We used to be close, but not anymore. Pug Skunk says, we watched all those old vacation videos. They were fun. Yeah. I'm glad that we were able to save those tapes because they had started to degrade. When I used to watch them over and over when I was in high school, they were bright and colorful and nice. And we got them transferred just in time because they were starting to go bad. So we got that done just in time. Michelle says, never heard of your cornbread mix. Hold on.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
I actually kind of recommend that kind if you've never had it. And if you can find it, try some. It's really good.
It's at Walmart. Right here. It's at Walmart. All of them. So if you ever go to Walmart, you should be able to find it in the cornbread aisle. And it's from some restaurant, Famous Dave's, that we don't have around here. But it's really good and it's moist and sweet. They have regular kind and they have cinnamon kind.
And it's not all
We
crumbly
haven't,
enough
yeah,
either.
we haven't tried the cinnamon kind because that's, to me, I think that's just going to be like a dessert.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is my favorite one right here because I like spicy stuff.
Yeah, definitely much better cornbread. That Jiffy mix, that stuff just dries the popcorn part all crumbly and falls apart.
Yeah. Michelle says, did you say my favorite store, Walmart? Thanks. Yep, it's at Walmart, down the cornbread aisle. And it's a lot better than that Jiffy stuff.
Yeah, that Jiffy stuff, like that, is all dried out and falls apart and crumbly and everything.
Yeah, this stuff is really good.
Yeah.
We just use it, we just have it with chili. And I like my chili spicy and I like my cornbread spicy, so it's perfect.
There's a couple different flavors of it.
I just said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says it has medium heat, so it's not going to burn your face off. Belfry Bet, cinnamon cornbread sounds terrible. Yeah, we haven't bought that one. We like the regular one. This is my favorite, and I've never bought the cinnamon, and I don't plan on it. Because I think that would just be like a piece of cake. And I don't even know what I would pair that with. Michelle says we will be going to Mount Pleasant on Monday, the 21st of January. Yeah, I haven't been to Mount Pleasant since I was with my ex when we used to visit his brother when he was going to CMU. And that would have been, I think the last time we did that was 2011 or something like that. He graduated a long, long, long time ago. So I haven't been to Mount Pleasant in a long time. High Flyer says, random fact, you guys are one of my most watched YouTube channels, probably because I grew up in Onaway. Well, thank you very much for watching, because not a lot of people do. All our videos, they only get, they don't even get 200 views, so we're still at the bottom of the totem pole. So all the people watching that we can get, we're really thankful for. I hope someday the channel can grow, but right now our videos are still laying on the floor, so maybe someday the channel will take off. Oh, and it says they use real jalapenos in this, not some fake stuff. And it's real soft and moist like cake. Michelle says, yeah, I want to see if I can get concert tickets in August. Who do you want to go see? Belfry Bet says, we got married in Mount Pleasant 39 years ago. Yeah, I know you meant in. But yeah, the first time I ever went to a Buffalo Wild Wings was in Mount Pleasant. But I don't go there anymore. Gaylord has one and Petoskey has one, but we don't go there anymore. I never took you there, did I?
I don't recall.
I don't think so. It's all just a bunch of deep fried stuff in there, so. I like to go to restaurants where they have grilled chicken at least. There. Michelle says ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner. Yeah, those are two good ones. I grew up listening to ZZ Top. My dad always played vinyl albums from them. And then I started listening to Leonard Skinner more as an adult on my own. Somebody's meowing somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for Boo and Leela's new collars to come. They're supposed to be here the day after tomorrow. Yeah, the day after tomorrow. And then we have to order them their ID tags. Because you never know when a cat might run out the door. And then if they run away, people need to know who they are, who they belong to, and where they live. So we can get them back. So I always keep ID tags on them, even though they're indoor cats. Because you just never know. Alfred Bat says, we've got tickets to see Twin Temple on Valentine's Day. I'll have to look them up. I haven't heard that name before. Oh, that's White Storm. He found his mouse. That's what he does when he's playing with his toy mice. Punk Skunk says, we have a restaurant called Cocky's. Chicken and brew, all fried stuff and $2 beers, LOL. Cockies, yeah. I haven't heard of that one. Michelle says eye surgery at the end of surgery, then the other one on Valentine's Day. What kind of eye surgery? Like LASIK or something else? But yeah, White Storm just ran through here with his mouse in his mouth. He likes those catnip mice.
Yeah, they're all crazy.
I better tune that off. The fan wants to blow the pilot light out on the heater. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't turn it that way yet. No.
Yeah. Michelle says end of January. Yeah. Molly says, sorry, I'll be back in a bit, just switching rooms. Cats can be funny tonight, but he's all right. He's not happy. We're down during his bedtime hours, so may move, LOL. Yeah, cats want what cats want. Belfry Bat says, Twin Temple sounds like Amy Winehouse singing about Satanism and witchcraft. All right, yeah, I'll check them out. It sounds pretty good. Michelle says cataract. Yeah, well, good luck with your surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't check it out right now because it's copywritten music, but when we're done being live, I'll check them out. Molly says he's giving me evil stares as if to say move, LOL. Michelle says, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, you're welcome. I had to have laser surgery on my left eye at the beginning of 2008 because I had macular degeneration and the back of my eyeball was bleeding. So they had to go back there with a laser and stop the bleeding. And now I don't have any central vision in the middle of that eye because they left a big old nasty scar in there. So I don't have any depth perception. Here, this I can see fine. But if I close my eye, anything in the middle, it's just gone. And you need 2 good working eyes for depth perception. So whenever I go to grab something, I usually miss because I don't have depth perception. Michelle says, got a lot of wind up there. Yeah, a whole lot of wind. The electricity was flickering earlier. We weren't sure if it was going to go out or not. It might still, but I hope not. Michelle says, oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah, the only excuse the doctors could come up with as to why that happened was because I'm so nearsighted. Oh, come on. So if that ever happens to my right eye, I'm screwed. I won't be able to do anything. So I hope it doesn't. Thank you to whoever's partying in the corner there. And as you can see at the top, pinned to the top of our chat there, we do have our channel memberships open. Molly is a member now. She gets her name highlighted and the badge by her name, and she can use the icons. And there will be members only vlogs. There will be one once a week. Now that we have a member, I'm going to go ahead and make one, and it'll go up pretty soon. So hopefully we get more members, because when we get more members, YouTube will let me upload more icons. Right now they only let me have these right here. I have 6 more icons of the rest of the cats sitting and waiting on the computer, but they said I need more members before they'll let me upload them. So yeah, left eye is the worst. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if it's worse or not, but it's not fun. Punk Skunk says, Don, you and me like country, right? Have you heard of Billy Mize? Just discovered him today. You don't like country?
Depending on what it is. Depending on what it is. I don't care for the tear in my beer stuff.
Yeah.
Depending on what country it is, I don't know if I like it or not.
There's some country I like too, but it has to be kind of a country rock crossover type thing.
Yeah.
Upbeat.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the tear in my beer stuff.
Michelle says those are cool icons. Yeah, they are. But yeah, the memberships help out the channel. So does clicking thumbs up. So if you guys haven't clicked thumbs up yet, go ahead and do it, because that part of it is free.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's free.
Yeah. And if the more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube will recommend our videos to people. And then we can get more subscribers and stuff.
Don't hurt to smash that like button.
Okay, Mr. 2015.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say back then. Smash that like button. Nobody says that anymore now. Not that nobody I watch anyway.
Hey, not my fault. I'm from the 1970s.
Michelle says, old country, I don't like any new country. Yeah, I like some old stuff, like Waylon Jennings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like a lot of different stuff. It just depends on if it's upbeat enough. I really don't like stuff that's not upbeat. It doesn't matter what genre it is, as long as it's upbeat and catchy.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Catchy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, as long as it ain't the tear in my beer stuff,
Michelle says, I love my 70s and 80s music every day. Yeah, I like plenty of music from the 70s and 80s. I also like a lot of stuff from the 90s, because that's when I was in high school and the first half of my 20s, like my coming out years. So a lot of that music is sentimental. Like 90s alternative, mainly. But that's not all I like. And I like new stuff, too. I know of some people who graduated high school, and then from the day they graduated high school on, they refuse to listen to anything new, and they say, I don't understand those kids and their new fangled music these days. I'm not one of those people. Punk Skunk says, Billy Mize, I think, is older country, but it kind of is tearing my beer. LOL, Don. Okay. Yeah, well, we can check it out. But yeah. I like the upbeat stuff.
Yeah, it don't hurt to listen to it, because I never heard them, so I can't say if I like them or not. Because I haven't heard none of their stuff, so...
Yeah.
I have to at least give them a chance. I have to at least listen to them before you can make your own choice.
Like, one of my most hated songs, country songs, is Achy Breaky Heart. Yuck. When that was out, they played that on the radio every 5 minutes, it seemed. And it's funny, because the other day, the first time I took a ride in my mom's new Trailblazer, she has Sirius satellite radio in there, and she had a station on called Red, White, and Booze, and it had a lot of these good songs on it, like classic rock and some country and stuff, and then they started playing Achy Breaky Heart. Blah. I don't care how many years have passed, I'm still sick of that song. That's like the only song that guy ever did, it seems like. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell my heart.
Don't sing it.
I was gonna get it stuck in your head just to aggravate you.
That's enough. It's already stuck in my head. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
After this, I'm gonna have to listen to something else.
Well, that's gonna stick in your head for the next 2 or 3 days.
Belfry Bat says, in that old time Christmas video, what was that round stuffed animal with blinking lights and eyes? Or yeah, I had to Google it. It was called a Chiggles or something like that. It was real popular in 1986. They had a couple different versions. I know it looked white in the video, but it was light blue. And I don't remember if my parents got me that or my grandma got me that, but that was supposed to be giggling. And I didn't know that until I looked it up after I edited the video. I just thought it was a weird digital sound, because that's what it sounds like. But according to the box, it was supposed to be giggling. I don't remember whatever happened to it. All my toys from back then are gone now.
The only thing I can figure is that whatever was in it for a battery to make it do that was probably too low.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
No. That was brand new out of the box. And every video I play on YouTube of people who filmed them, who still have them, they make that same sound. That was just their idea of giggling in the 80s.
Yeah, alright. That don't sound like no giggling to me.
I know, it did not sound like giggling.
At all.
But that's what it was supposed to be.
It just sounds like
a digital sound.
In a way, yeah, but in another way it almost sounds like it's a half-dead battery too.
No, it wasn't dead, it was brand new. There were a whole bunch of other presents. My dad did not film all of Christmas that year. And, like, if you look close in the back, you can see 2 My Little Ponies sitting on that heater next to the Christmas tree. There was a whole bunch of other presents, but my dad didn't film it all. Punk Skunk says, we had a stuffed Tribble doll that was similar from Star Trek. Yeah, that makes sense that they would be a lot alike. And hi, F. Vance. Thanks for clicking, for upvoting, for doing thumbs up. We're just sitting here tonight with the snowstorm, not going anywhere. Hoping the power doesn't go out. It's been flickering here and there, but yeah, hopefully it won't go out.
It hasn't flickered in a while, but
no,
it was earlier.
Yeah, it might be done flickering now. I hope so. FN said I had a Tribble. Yeah, I didn't find out about Tribbles until I was an adult. I didn't really watch the old Star Trek when I was a kid. Molly says, I remember my sister having a Simpsons chess set, having a clue where it went, but I liked it. I like to look at it as a kid. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I have my brother's Simpsons dolls that he didn't want. Here, I'll go grab them real quick. Yeah, these were my brother's when he was a kid. And they got put away, and my mom asked him a few years ago, do you want them back? He said, no, I don't want those things. So I've got them. I'll take care of them. Got the whole family here. My brother doesn't appreciate anything. So, there. FN says, I have a question. Where is the smallest bone in the human body? That's the ear. That's number one. Michelle says, I still have my Barbie, Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears records and tapes from the 80s. I do have a few My Little Ponies from the 80s, and I have some of the new remakes too. Yeah. But I have two that are actual old ones. F. Vance says, waits for the ones to flood in. Yeah, I'm the only one who knows about it, so there you go. But yeah, that's from Dantix 2.0 over on the RFS Dan channel. That's a fun thing to play. You guys should all, whoever is not, should go over and subscribe to the RFS Dan channel, because it's really funny. He's been he was in our Halloween video. These are all dusty. They've been sitting on the shelf. Yep. But yeah, my brother didn't want them, so I'll take good care of them once I remember to dust them off.
Okay, you just polished my knob.
Oh yeah, Molly knows what Dantix is. Molly says, I don't really have anything. I never really kept toys. It was more teddy bears. Yeah. I didn't like dolls. I mean, I don't consider these dolls. These are more like figures. But like girly dolls, like Barbies and baby dolls that you stick a bottle in their mouth and stuff, I didn't like that stuff.
And near that, I always take firecrackers and stuff them inside of the Barbie dolls and light them on fire and poof.
My main girly toy was My Little Pony. Punk Skunk says, I see your calendar on the back wall. Have you always X'd out the days? Yeah. Ever since I started having a calendar of my own when I was in, like, junior high or whatever.
Yep, that's a you.
Just for the heck of it.
Yep, that's what you do, not me.
Yeah. Molly says, I don't like Barbie or babies, LOL. I liked horses and sometimes My Little Pony or something like that. Yeah, I liked horses so as a kid, so that's why I ended up with My Little Pony. I used to, when I was like 23 years old, I had a huge collection of old My Little Pony from the 1980s, the originals. And I turned into, I got into hard times. So I had to sell the whole collection on eBay. I got $710 for the whole collection. So, but I kind of miss them now, though. Now they're really expensive if you want to buy them, those old ones. Can't afford that anymore. FN says light flashes here too. Yeah, this storm is something else. Michelle says, are you going to take to antique store? I have mine out of my parents' house soon. I want to give them to my girls, and I guess I get to keep them. You mean the My Little Ponies? No. Antique stores don't care about those. They don't consider them antiques. They don't get it.
No, they're into other kinds of.
Yeah, not the antique stores around here. They don't care about toys.
No. If they're going to be into something, they're going to be into something that's got some big bucks to it.
Yeah.
And it's something that's going to be easier for them to get and then turn around and resell to try and turn a profit.
Yeah.
Around here, people are too darn money hungry.
Yeah.
You know, ready to make a quick buck if they can.
And there's only certain 1980s My Little Ponies that are worth lots and lots of money anyway. And they usually have to still be in the package, which none of mine are. Punk Skunk says, I have a codependent relationship with calendars. I use them as diaries and write what happens every day. Been doing that for years. Yes, I'm insane, LOL. Well, I haven't heard of doing it on a calendar. There's not enough room for me to write on there. But I have real handwritten diaries. I have since I was 11. And I have an online one that I have been writing in since 2002. So, but I like to write a lot. A whole lot. And a calendar would never... The little square on a calendar would never be enough. So I use actual books. Molly says, I like the pictures on the calendar, but other than that, I don't use it much. Yeah. This one came from the credit union. It has Michigan pictures on it. Like the one right now that's, oh, you can't see it.
Yeah, they can't.
It's down too low. Here. There we go. Arch Rock on Mackinac Island.
Yep. That's on Mackinac Island.
Yep. And then we have a farm somewhere in Antrim County, which would be over by Traverse City. This is Sable Falls up in the UP. This is a bird in Charlevoix County. This is Silver Lake Dunes. Black Rocks up in the UP. This is a wild and crazy crowded mess in Charlevoix County. Boyne Thunder, it's called. This is the Marquette Harbor, way up in the UP. This is a set of stairs in Antrim County, so that would be Lake Michigan. This is that new sky bridge at Boyne Mountain, which, yes, we want to go there eventually, but not right now. This was built by the same people that built the one in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is Brockway Mountains, way up in the UP. This is Harbor Springs, where we just went in October. We stopped in Harbor Springs first. I filmed that church. Oh, and that's the end of it. So, I'll read the chat in a second. Just let me put this back up there again. Okay. So Punk Skunk says, cool calendar photos. Molly says, that's a nice picture. Mine is a budgie one. I get it every year. FN said, Sherpa's dad uses daily planners that actually separate Saturday and Sunday. And Nunya says, Don, I love you from Hawaii. You're my favorite YouTube personality. Good morning. Well, hello, Nunya.
Yeah, I like the Nunya. None of your damn business.
That's the point.
That's why I said I like that, yeah.
And F. Vance says, I already have 2 calendars. I have a 12 by 14 for the Love of German Shepherds 2024, and another one, can you guess? Hint, I got it from Etsy. Yes, the Gone to the Snow Dogs calendar. I wanted that one, but I didn't have the money, so maybe next year.
Well, it's okay. One in one hand, crap in the other.
Yeah, too many bills.
Yep.
Nothing extra for the month. I know there's a few left, but maybe next year. Yeah, these don't. She stands up. This is not gonna stand up. Nope. The bigger ones don't stand up. Oh, I guess he will. She doesn't stand up. Nope. Some stand up, some don't. Molly says, I wanted that too, but very expensive to ship here. Yeah, shipping from the U.S. to Ireland is not a good thing.
Yeah. I agree. When you're shipping international, it gets
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It really does.
FN says, those dolls make good maces. What's a mace? What do you mean? I don't know what. Anyway. I did look these up, and they're not really worth anything on eBay or anything, but I think they're cool. I just keep them on the shelf in the other room there.
I don't think she's gonna stand because I think she's just too
yeah, her head's too heavy.
I was gonna say I think her head is too heavy.
Yeah. And I never did get Maggie to stand up. Probably because of her baby bag that she lives in.
Probably.
Her head's pretty big and heavy too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for the size of her body, that's kind of a big head.
Molly says it is, just need to move closer. Yeah. But yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a stormy day. We didn't go anywhere on purpose.
Yep. There ain't no sense being out there when we don't need to be.
No. Good way to go in the ditch.
Yeah. Good way to just...
Oh, okay. F-Fans, handle with a spiked ball on the end, a medieval weapon. I was joking, those heads are pretty solid, and Maggie and Lisa are perfect examples. Yeah, now that you said that, now I remember what mace is, but yeah. These two, it probably wouldn't feel good to get hit by these.
Yeah.
Did that hurt? I know, I didn't do it hard. She looks like she's nuts.
Oh, that's good. She is nuts.
Oh.
Sure, now you just gave Bart a black eye and a bloody nose.
Yeah, I tipped him over. Don't drink my water. Spotted leaf.
You know,
yeah,
people can't see through your tail.
They can't see anything but your tail now. Molly, haven't watched The Simpsons in years. I stopped for a long time, but I've watched the last 3 seasons or so, I guess.
Yeah, there's some of the season of those. If you want to watch them all, it takes you a long time.
Yeah. 35 years worth now.
Yeah, 35 feet.
It started when I was in 8th grade. Belfry Bat says, who would win a game of chess between you and Don? He would, because I have no idea how to play. I've never played a day in my life. He says he knows how.
I have. I probably need to like a quick crash course, but just to refresh my memory a little bit. But other than that, I played it.
I don't have a single clue how to play chess. There's actually a video in that one of the first videos on that playlist I was telling you about, the TKDW Vlogs days. One of our very first videos. We go to the bookstore in Gaylord and there's a chess board in there, and I filmed it. And that video is called I Don't Know How to Play Chess. That's when I told Don that I did not know how to play chess because he said we should play it. I have no clue.
Yeah. I know I used to be able to do a 4-move checkmate. Right from the start. I could have a first checkmate in 4 moves.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
What, checkmate?
Checkmate, does that mean that you won?
Yeah, that means if you try and move your king anywhere, no matter where you move him,
yeah,
he's going down.
Michelle says at least it was a clean tail. Yeah. Yeah, she keeps herself pretty clean. Most of our cats are good about that. Belfry Bat says, I'd love to watch a video of Don teaching you to play chess. Well, we don't own a chessboard, so we could get one sometime, I suppose. I mean, I'm not opposed to learning, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've played. Probably been about 25, 26 years since I've played myself.
Yeah, I know Enchanted Knights in Mackinac City sells really nice ones with really fancy pieces, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
Michelle says, how is your car running? Oh, it's running fine, but it's falling apart in every other aspect.
Yeah. It's a Michigan car. The bodies don't hold together. Everything just rusts right out and falls right apart because of the salt that gets put on the winter roads.
Yeah. Molly says, I thought chess was hard to learn, but then again, I could be wrong. It might be.
Not really.
No, you don't think so? I wouldn't know. I've never even tried.
Heck, if I can learn to play something like that, you can.
FN says, I haven't seen any Simpsons since my dad died in 2015. Yeah, sorry to hear that. My dad died a couple years ago, but he didn't have any, didn't have anything to do with the Simpsons.
Yeah.
FN says, running car, better go catch it. Ba-dum-dum, yeah.
Well, I know what. If this car's running, I ain't going after it.
Yeah.
I'll let that dummy deal with it.
Yeah, the thing runs fine, but everything about it is falling all apart because it's just rusted out everywhere.
Yeah, it's just rusting out.
Yeah, that's why the exhaust fell out. The whole entire exhaust system, halfway home from Sheboygan when we went shopping the other night, fell on the road, and it was dragging behind us, sparks going everywhere. So we had to stop and pull it off and put it in the trunk. That's where that thumbnail picture came from for that video. And then it took him 2 days to put it back on again, get it put back together and put back on.
He had to refabricate a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Molly says it's expensive to keep and fix a car. Yeah, definitely. Hey, do you want to make me a cup of coffee too, please? He's over there getting coffee. Oh, and apparently he got the antifreeze to stop leaking out by pouring black pepper in there. That's why we couldn't go to the Novi Pet Expo, because it was leaking antifreeze. So that would not have been good, but apparently it's not leaking now because Don poured black pepper in the antifreeze reservoir. I didn't think that would work, but I guess it does. I guess it plugs the hole.
Yeah, that's why I have to plug the hole. But you put too much in, you'll do more than just plug the hole. You'll start screwing the stuff up.
Yeah. Molly said, I had hot chocolate earlier. It was nice and warmed me up. Think I need another one, but a bit late for it. Yeah, we don't have any hot chocolate, or I would have some. I should get some sometime.
Yeah, we should get some.
F. Vance says, I didn't stop watching because he died. It was just a coincidence. I think the last one I saw was that year's Treehouse of Horror. Thank you for all your condolences. Yeah. I stopped for a long time, but then I started again. And it would take forever if we decided to start at season 1 and go all the way up to now. Because there's 35 seasons. Michelle says, decaffeinated coffee is what you drink at night. What is your favorite coffee maker? I like my Keurig. And I don't drink decaf. So I'll probably be up late, but we are all the time anyway. We fall asleep at like 3 in the morning. Even if we go to bed earlier, we toss and turn until like 3 in the morning. Whether we've had coffee or not, for some reason. Molly says, I do see it advertised on TV or the old ones showing, but never take the time to watch them. They're getting a little weird now. It's like they're having a hard time coming up with ideas. They're not horrible, but they're not the same as they were at the beginning. So if you don't watch the new ones, it's not a loss. I just watch them just for the hell of it. I actually like Futurama better. And they made that new season of Futurama, and that was good. I hope they make some more. And I like Disenchanted also. That was the other one that Matt Groening made. Futurama's in the future, Disenchanted is back in the past. But it ended. Disenchanted ended on this last season, so there's going to be no more of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It probably won't be long, and I'll probably be going on a binge of watching all of the Walking Dead again.
Oh boy. Molly says, me too, I was going to say that. Still need to finish Futurama. Yeah, it's all on Hulu, if you have Hulu. Michelle says, oh my god, that time, wake up for work. Yeah. Tesla Man 86, hello, good evening. Yeah, hello. And Michelle says, I'm ready for bed by 9 p.m. Yeah, I can't go to bed at 9. I try, and I just lay there. Molly says, yes, we do. I go in and out of watching shows. Yeah. But Don, you need to watch. I don't know what streaming service it's on. I don't remember, but you need to watch those new spin-offs of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know it's on a streaming service we don't have right now.
Yeah. I think it's pretty funny how some people are like, oh, there's going to be a season 12 of The Walking Dead. And it's like,
No, there's not.
No, there's not. There's going to be spin-offs, yes.
Yeah, The Walking Dead itself is over.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know where the people are getting their information from, but it's obviously incorrect.
Michelle says, if we don't have to do our live stream on Wednesday nights. Well, you could go live earlier. That's why we switched from 9 p.m. until to 6 p.m. so that we could have the rest of the night to do stuff. Like we didn't even make dinner yet. F. Vance says, I prefer Futurama and Disenchantment now. I just envision House of Mouse as poor Matt Groening chained to a drawing desk with a slave driver standing over him. Don't know why Disney won't let and then I don't know what else it said. But yeah, Disney seems to be buying everything. Everything. It's weird.
Yeah, it does.
Belfry Bet says, I get up at 5 a.m. and go to bed at 9:30 p.m. It's the perfect schedule. Oh, let the Simpsons die. Yeah, I don't know. 35 years is getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, Belfry Bats, that sounds like my mom. She gets up at 4 in the morning, goes to bed at 9.
Yeah, before me and Tino ever got together, I used to be in bed like between 10 and 11 and be up like 7 o'clock every morning, 7, 8 o'clock every morning.
Yeah. Michelle says we have worked on Wednesday night till 7:30 p.m. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Molly says, I seen about Disney and was it Mickey Mouse copyright or something being free to the public. Sorry, I don't fully understand it, but I know people were talking about it. Just the cartoon Steamboat Willie. That was the first time Mickey Mouse showed up, and now it's so old that just that cartoon is no longer copywritten. Mickey Mouse himself still is.
Yeah.
But I saw an article where YouTube is still demonetizing and taking down videos of people who try to put up Steamboat Willie on there.
Yeah.
So I don't think YouTube gets it.
Yeah.
Molly says, thanks for explaining, I got confused. Yeah, it's not Mickey Mouse himself, it's that cartoon. So if somebody wanted to record that cartoon and post it somewhere, they're not supposed to be able to get in trouble. But apparently YouTube doesn't get that. Because there's news articles about they're still slamming people for doing it.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with your system.
I don't know.
You know, I'm just guessing, but
F. Vance said, my headcanon for The Simpsons is the last episode will be Bart's 11th birthday party. Yeah, I don't know. They've been the same age all these years, but yet they still do flash forwards where they're older. And it's weird. Yep. So hey Molly, you should see if you can do your free member super chat just as a test. You should have one there now. That little dollar sign there next to where you type. That should say free member super chat or something. You get one of those, a free one of those every month because you're a member. Ooh, I know the microphone didn't pick it up, but I just heard another big gust of wind out there. Molly says it's saying I have to pay. That's weird. Because I'm a member over on Dan's channel and I get a free member super chat every month over there. Maybe it'll show up later. Maybe you have to be a member for a little while. Molly says it is strange as it does say it's one of the perks. Yeah, I'll have to find out if
there's a time frame.
If you have to be a member for a certain amount of time or what.
How that works.
Yeah. But I know eventually you'll end up with a free member super chat every month. Molly says was thinking that maybe there's a time frame for it. Yeah, could be. I've been a member on Dan's channel for so long I don't remember what happened at the beginning. for more than 2 years now. I'd love to be a member on Jess's 2 channels too, but again, there's too many bills. Maybe eventually I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, right now anyway.
Yeah. FN says ditto. Yeah. Molly says it's my first time becoming a member, but then again it is a bit expensive for me. So I went with one for now as an early present. Yeah, I only have one level anyway. I just opened up the $4.99 level. I don't expect anybody to want to pay any more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with the way things are nowadays.
Yeah, with how bad inflation and all that is now.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, Molly, the video I'm editing tonight, your name will be at the end of it. That's one of the perks. I'm gonna make a new little thing for the end of the video that shows our Patreon supporters and our channel members, and everybody's names are gonna be there. So you'll get a shout out at the end of every video. F. Vance says, I got lucky with some Christmas money so I could afford the calendar. I might be able to squeak by and get the pins, maybe. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get the other 3 pins. I've got the first 3. And I also want the Kira plushie. I didn't get to collect them the first time. I have Memphis, and I want to get the rest of the plushies too this time. So I have at least one set. And Molly says, oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know if I wrote that down as one of the perks, but that's going to be part of it. Molly says, I think Kira is out in February. Yeah, that's what Jess was saying when she went live yesterday. I saw the Kira plush when I was at Jess's on Halloween. Held it in my hands, and she's got this cute little Velcro apple that she holds on to, and you can pull it on and off. It's absolutely adorable. So I can't wait to be able to get it. Her and her apples. And then the rest will, over time, the rest will come out too. I don't know what the other ones are going to look like. I didn't get a sneak peek of those yet. Molly says, oh, so cute. It would be nice to have the full collection of them. Yeah. This time I definitely want to make sure I grab them, because I wasn't able to get them the first time. They were different the first time. This time they have like different accessories and stuff with them. Like Memphis has her leg brace on. Eventually I want to do that with our cats, those plushies. But I know right now it won't work. Because you have to sell like 200 of them in order for the makeshift company to make them. And there's no way 200 people will buy them. I would be lucky if I could sell one. So I want to do that eventually, but I'm going to wait until our channel grows more.
Yeah.
But eventually there will be little plushes like that of our cats, which will be cute. Someday. Right now the only thing we have is the merch store, but nobody's interested in that. It exists, but that's about it. I had a friend buy a mug, and I had Belfry Bats and Punk Skunk. They bought a t-shirt. Nobody else wants anything out of there. F. Vance says, a friend got me Memphis and Kira 1.0 plushies. I missed Oakley and Shelby, but I lucked out on getting the Eleanor and Shiloh. I missed Memphis 2.0, but wished I got that instead of 1.0. Yeah, she's really cute with her little green leg brace on. Molly says, I could imagine the cats' plushies all lined up. Yeah, especially like Boo and her one little white whisker. I wonder if they can give her one little white whisker. But yeah, eventually we'll do that. And we've got the merch store. I'm trying to get the link for it here, but it wants me to sign in. I forgot I'm not signed in on the computer. Oh, come here. There. Alright, that's the link to the merch store. If it's even clickable. Sometimes the stuff is clickable and sometimes it's not when I put it in there. Punk Skunk says, love my t-shirt. Everyone asks about it. Yeah, Eventually, I want to get us those shirts too, but I haven't yet because, as always, bills first. And
Yeah.
Michelle says, "What do you like in your coffee, both of you?" I've been putting 1 serving of unflavored creamer and a powdered creamer and a packet of stevia in mine. What do you put in yours?
Just unsweetened creamer and some sugar.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut back on sugar and stuff, so I switched to stevia. And Molly says, "Have you gotten any more dragons for your collection?" Not yet. Again, the bill problem, but there are ones I want. Like, I need to finish my seasonal collection. I have fall and I have winter, but I still need spring and summer.
Yeah.
And then eventually I want all those little figures. There aren't too many of those, so I'll get them all eventually. And Michelle says, "That's cool, selling merchandise store. We have one too." We got started thinking about spring items coming out. And then Punk Skunk says, "It's the year of the dragon." And Belfry Bat says, "One thing you should watch when it becomes available is the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1. It's the greatest Godzilla movie." Yeah, we'll give it a chance. I always thought Godzilla was kind of silly, especially the old original. Boy, that's silly. Molly says, understandable. Things do get expensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually I'll order some more. And I'm waiting for, her name is Zen. I have a couple pins of her, or one. Oh, I have a pin and I have a bookmark of her, but she's a black dragon with rainbow, like spikes on her and stuff. She's really pretty, but she's out of stock right now. And when I asked Becca Gollin, she's the artist who creates those, she said Zen will be back in stock after the new year, which it is after the new year, so probably pretty soon. F. Vance says, "Going back to chess, it's not hard to learn all the pieces and their unique moves, but mastering strategies is hard.
Yep.
Don't be scared to try new things. Give it a try. It's okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we could pick up the game eventually.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, trying to read far enough into that, you gotta read a little bit into that game a little bit, just because, you want to try and checkmate the king. So.
Yeah, well, don't try to teach it to me right now when we don't have a board here.
No.
I need to see what's going on, and we don't have one.
Yeah, you always want to try and come up with a strategy,
Yeah.
Try and read into the game a little bit before you make any of your moves.
But yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that link is not clickable. But there is a link to the shop in the description of all our videos anyway, so if that link didn't work for you guys and you want to look at it, just go to the description of any one of our videos. It's there. And we have an Etsy shop too, but there's nothing in there right now. I have a couple things I need to put in there, but hopefully I'll remember to do it pretty soon. This little cat painting I did, and that might be the only thing right now, but... F. Vance said, "What dragons? I have a dragon thing I could send you. Someone in my building was giving away. Do you have a P.O. box?" We don't have a P.O. box, but if you send me go to any of our social media and send me a message, I'll give you our home address. And thank you, that would be really cool. But you can find us anywhere, just under Wilton in Real Life, and the links to all our social media are in the description too. Just send me a private message somewhere, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and I'll give you our home address. I just don't like giving it out on here because we have trolls that are watching us right now, and they like to mail bad things to us, so I like to keep it private. Belfry Bat says, "How about backgammon? Do you play backgammon?" I never have. Have you?
Nope.
No, we haven't played that. And we just started playing Monopoly again. And I found my Pokemon Monopoly too, so now we've got 2 of them. Beetlejuice Monopoly and Pokemon Monopoly. And we have, I can't remember the name of that game now, with all the cards. But anyway, it was really popular in 2015. It comes in a long black box. The name will not come in my mind right now. Oh, Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
We've had it since 2015, and we have never been able to play it because it needs more. It needs 3 or more players, and there's only 2 of us. So it's been sitting back there all this time, and we've never played it. Molly says, I do like my Monopoly on the Switch, but it can be a bit long for me. Caitlin McFadden says, what kind of bad stuff gets sent to you? Like postcards with really rotten, nasty stuff written on it. Like stuff that the post office should intercept and throw in the garbage, but they don't. We just throw that stuff away as soon as it gets here. Molly says, haha, I was just about to type Cards of Humanity. Yeah. And we have Exploding Kittens, which we haven't tried to play yet. And then we have that unicorn game, whatever that's called, and we tried to play it, and it's really hard to learn.
Kind of confusing.
Yeah, so we need to get both those games out and get them figured out. And then we have Uno, that's easy. And we have a regular deck of cards, and we have checkers, that's easy too. But I'd like to get a lot more games, like board games and stuff. F. Vance says, I've played backgammon. I'm into tabletop gaming and tabletop RPGs. I'm sorry, I hate Monopoly. Oh yeah, Unstable Unicorns, that's right. Yeah, Monopoly, it's easy to hate that because it can go and go and go and go and go and you get bored. But so far it's been alright. Especially the themed ones. The themed ones are more fun than the regular plain old Monopoly, which I used to have that too, but I sold it in the yard sale in 2019. I like the fun themed ones. Michelle says, hi Colby. That wasn't Colby. That was Leela. They're both calicos.
Hey, get out of the water.
Yeah, they keep drinking my water. You have your own water.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
No, starting to do the bloop bloop thing.
Yeah, we'll have to fill their fountain back up, but it's not empty.
Not empty, but
they always like to drink out of my cups. Belfry Bat says there's always YouTube videos on how to play any game you can think of. Yeah, with that Unstable Unicorns, Unstable Unicorns, it was YouTube videos I was using, but it was still hard to figure out. Michelle says, did you ever play Skip Bow? When I was in 9th grade, I used to play that with my aunt, but I haven't played it since then. Punk Skunk says, yes, YouTube is a good way to learn the more complicated games. And Michelle says, hi, Leela. Yeah, at first glance, it's hard to tell them apart, but Colby has a lot more white on her face. Oh, she's over there behind the chair, laying there sleeping on the floor. I like to keep that water behind the computer and this over here because I lost my first MacBook Pro because liquid got spilled right into the keyboard. And it took me a long time to save up enough money to buy another one, so I'm real careful about liquid around this one because I don't like Windows. And we do have Yahtzee in the room over there, but we haven't played it. The last time I actually played that was high school.
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you when the last time I even played that.
Yeah, that's like poker. I know how to play poker. Yahtzee is like poker. Except it's dice.
I think the last time I played it, I think was sometime when my mom was still alive.
Yeah.
She's been gone for quite a few years.
Here's Spotted Leaf again. You better behave yourself. Michelle says, Raquel Bell 7 is really addicted to going under the blankets this winter. I really don't need heating blankets. I hate all this heat in bed. Well, your cat's cold. Smokey's like that too in the winter. He likes to be covered up. And then there's others like Boo. She'll come into bed and she'll lay right here and she'll want to be covered up and petted. But about 10 minutes later, she crawls out because she's too hot. F. Vance says, exploding kittens is fun, but I've only ever played with 2 people, not more. I imagine it's better with more people. It's probably supposed to be fast-paced, too. Yeah, that might be one of the reasons. It was just me and Don trying to play. Molly says, I love the warmth like your cat. FN says, but with Asperger's syndrome, I have a slower processing speed. Yeah. That could make it harder. Belfry Bat says, can't you join the local Onaway Dungeons and Dragons Guild? I don't know if they have one.
I couldn't tell you.
And that's actually gone through my mind over the last few weeks since I got that one dragon there with the Dungeons and Dragons dice wrapped up in his tail. Do I want to play Dungeons and Dragons? But I don't know. I did look it up and you can play with 2 people, it says. So I don't know, maybe someday. Molly says, it takes me a while to pick things up too, F-Anth. I don't understand a lot of board games due to the rules. Yep, she has cats too. She also has parakeets, which she's from Ireland and they call them budgies. F-Anth, what is Onaway? That's the town we live in. Technically we live in Tower, but the Tower post office closed. So the Onaway post office had to pick up Tower, and Onaway and Tower are 4 miles apart. But our address is Onaway.
Well, the Tower post office, yeah, they might close, but they didn't deliver. They only did the post office boxes, and that was it. So if you wanted mail delivered to your mailbox, you still had to go through the Onaway post office if you wanted it delivered to your mailbox.
Yeah. Belfry Bat says, yes, you do. You'd absolutely love Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it seems like I would. Michelle says, oh yeah, cool, Molly. Yeah, okay. Here, I'll be back in a second.
Hey, tuck this up.
Whatever.
Whatever. Well, you're not very nice, are you?
But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is Everest from Dragons and Beasties, and the Dungeons and Dragons die just sits right there. So I have that, but I know you need more than that to play. But yeah, this was hand sculpted. This is a vinyl figure made from her sculpture, but these are really pretty. I know I covered these in videos already, but they're I love those. But yeah, there's more of these I need. F. Vance says, oh cool, you do have a D&D guild way up there. I swear my town is still marooned in this Satanic Panic of the 1980s. Yeah, I guess I'll have to look it up. Depends on who's members of it, though. If it's a bunch of jerks, I don't want to play with them. But I did look it up, and Google says you can play with 2 people, so maybe Don and I can just play it. But yeah, this, that's pretty hot, that heater right there. Eventually I'm going to get one of those things that go like this, that hold a backdrop, and get a Galaxy backdrop so that there's a backdrop behind us when we go live. I already have the frame thing on my Amazon wish list saved so that when I have the money I can buy it. And I know where to get the backdrop thing too. It'll make our live streams look really cool. Hopefully sometime soon. But then we're gonna have to turn around because I can't have that backdrop right here by this heater or it'll start on fire. So we will actually be sitting on the other side of the table. F. Vanth says, game stores and geek culture in general just doesn't last here. Our game store closed in 2022 and we hadn't gotten a new one yet. Yeah, Onaway is a teeny town, so they don't have one. But there's one in Gaylord. There's one in Alpena. I'll have to look. There could be more. There's one in Mackinac City, but it's only open in the summer. So they're around here, not too far away. Michelle says, cool ideas coming for the Wilton family. Yeah, it'll match with our intro and our outro. I love Galaxy stuff. And I can also get other ones. And I can get a green screen one if I don't have the equipment to use green screen while I'm live, but I can use it for normal videos. That's something that'll help things look better. And there is a link to that Amazon wish list in every video description if anybody ever wanted to look at it. There's a bunch of stuff for the cats on there too. I'm not saying anybody has to, but basically in the description of every video is everything. All our social media, the Etsy shop, the merch store, the Amazon wish list. Let's see, what else is here? The Patreon. Yeah, and then all our social media, and then a link to become a member if anybody was interested in that. That's where all that kind of stuff is. You can always find that there. If anybody's ever curious, there it all is. Molly says, I like galaxies too. I like to just sit and look at them. Yeah, I've always liked galaxy stuff. I painted those 2 galaxy birds. Somebody bought the second one. Somebody bought the first one too. I might paint more animals as galaxy. If I can find the figures. I'm not good at hand sculpting that stuff. But I get the figures, the blank figures, and then I dry brush on them. And I either make them look natural, like what they're supposed to look like, or I do fun things like make them look galaxy or whatever. Well, away he goes. To the bathroom. F. Vance Someone was talking about wanting to try to sell some old toys. Maybe you could find a retro toy shop near you. Maybe Facebook Marketplace if you don't want to use eBay. Yeah, maybe. I know we don't have a retro toy shop around here. Or else I'd be going to it. But there's always a lot of stuff on the marketplace. FN says, who is the kitty at the bottom of the screen? That's Spotted Leaf. She loves to lay on the table. All the time. She thinks this is her bed. She's a tortoise shell. Okay, you can lay back down now. Molly says, when calling the cat in at night, I love to look up at the sky and listen to the silence. You barely hear anything, maybe the odd car going by. Then you can see the moon and stars sometimes as well. Yeah, that sounds pretty. And yes, Michelle does have a YouTube channel too. Here you go. If it's clickable, I don't know why everything that I've been putting here lately, tonight, is not clickable. Not on my end. Is it clickable on you guys' end? Because I'm not seeing any it being clickable on my end, which is weird. But if not, and you're on a computer or a phone, anything, you can copy and paste. Punk Skunk says, I love Spotted Leaf Tortitude. Yeah, lots of it. Molly says, thanks, I'll check it out. Yep, if that link doesn't work, you can just put in the Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle into the search bar on YouTube and it should come up anyway. It just did for me. That's how I got the link. Oh, it is clickable? Okay. For some weird reason on my end, they're not. Alright. At least it works for you guys. It doesn't need to work for me. You're silly. I can hear an airplane out there. I hope they're flying above the storm because it sure won't be good to fly through the snow. Molly said, did you have dinner yet? No. We'll probably end this live stream in about 15 minutes and then we'll make dinner. It's going to be a steak that we're going to split in half and I don't know what else.
Yeah, T-bone steak.
Yeah, a vegetable and maybe a small baked potato or something. Michelle says, thank you very much for your help, Tennille. Yeah, you're welcome. I know you can't post links, but I can, so there you go.
Let me go home.
She is home. She's silly. Don't bite me though, that's not nice. Molly says, oh nice, don't think I've tried steak before. They don't have steak in Ireland. It's beef. At least this kind is.
Yeah, T-bone steak.
Yeah. I noticed that in Ireland they don't seem to have a lot of the very common foods that we have around here.
Well, different countries.
Yeah, I know. F. Vance says, what kitty has a tortoise's shell that... Oh, wait, kitty has a tortoise's shell, that means she should give it back. That's its home. Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, that's just her coloring. She's technically a tortoiseshell tabby because you can still see her stripes too. Michelle says, don't start dinner. I leave Whitcliffe Avenue, Ohio. That sounds yummy, dinner. Yeah, it would take you a long time to get up here. And you'd have to drive through this nasty snowstorm. I don't think you want to do that for a steak. Molly says, oh wait, I have tried it, LOL. Oh sorry, was thinking of a different food. Yeah, it's just a piece of beef.
I'm sorry.
I don't care. Michelle's, oh, that's for Molly there.
Hey, Tina.
What?
What has a face, 2 hands, no arms, and no legs?
A clock?
Yep.
Yeah, that one was too easy. You should tell him that other joke.
And which one?
That one that you told me when we first got together and you had it in like our second YouTube video and we told people answer the comments and nobody ever did?
Oh, you mean that one riddle?
Yeah. See if you guys can answer this riddle.
One man builds it, doesn't need it. One man buys it, doesn't use it. Person using it doesn't know it. What is it?
Yeah, see if you guys can figure that out. I like shepherd's pie, but I haven't had that in a very long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had it too, but I like it.
Oh, my coffee's way over here.
Yeah, the body leaf was up
Yeah.
there.
So my mom gave me this shirt I'm wearing, and it's the first time I've had a shirt like this. And when I put it on, I ended up putting my arms through here, and then I'm like, what's going on here? So I had to take it back off and put my arms through where it belongs. She actually gave me several shirts like this, so it's pretty cool. But if you don't put it on right, your arms go through the wrong holes. FN says, speaking of dragons, I started the Wings of Fire graphic novel series. I am on volume 2. I saw that on Amazon. It looked interesting, but right now I'm still trying to read all the Warriors books by Aaron Hunter. There's so many of those. I'm still trying to catch up. I started in December 2017 and I'm still trying to catch up. And they're still writing new ones. Holy crap. Did you ever read the Aragon books by Christopher Paolini, or however that's pronounced? I read all of those. Those were really good. Not the movie Aragon. They spoiled that. Don't even waste your time with that. The books are way better. F. Van says my library's digital library app has them for free. Yeah, I should see if our library has them. I started reading all the Warriors books from the library on my Kindle that way, but then they don't have them all. So I decided I'd just buy them all and collect them. So I have a whole bunch of them. They have their own bookshelf that Don put up for me dedicated just to Warriors books. And anybody who doesn't know what those are about, they're about cats. And that's where Spotted Leaf's name came from, White Storm's name came from, and my mom used to have a cat named Gray Stripe. His name came from those books, because she was reading them too. Molly says, I used to wear shirts like that too. Only thing, my shoulder dips on one side more than the other, so it falls off the shoulder on me. Well, this one fits good for now, but I've already lost 30 pounds, and I'm going to keep going until I get to my goal weight, so it'll end up being too big. But I'm going to wear it for now. But I have to go to the library again, speaking of the digital library, and renew my my library card again. Like every 6 months, they say it's expired and it doesn't work. Because they want you to show up at the desk and be like, hey, I'm still alive. And then they'll put in the computer that you're still alive. That's what it seems like to me. Michelle says, congratulations. Thank you. I finally buckled down on myself like I'm supposed to. Especially since the doctor's been trying to force me to get bariatric surgery. Well, I don't want that. I've had enough major surgeries in my life. I don't need to get cut all open again. F. Fan said, of course, Aragon, love those. The voice actor on the audiobooks does a really good job, especially on the dragon voices. I can't wait to get the new one on CD. I have the new one. I just haven't read it yet because I'm trying to get the Warriors done. But that's the next one on my list. I own the whole Aragon collection. As soon as I saw that new one at Walmart, I grabbed it. And then, I can't remember the names of them now, but there were these dragon books that were written in the 70s that I like, and Pern, the Dragons of Pern. That's a huge series. I've read some of those, and I'd like to read the rest of them. They're really good too, all about dragons. But it'll be a while before I get my hands on all of those too. But the ones I read so far were good. Not Pern, Perth. I think it's Perth. It's been a very long time since I read any of those, but they were really good too. F. Fan says, ditto on the weight loss. I am doing keto and been doing very well on that. Well, congratulations. I lost 150 pounds in 2014, and then in 2015 I got stupid and went back to my old ways and gained it all back, plus more. So that's nobody's fault but my own, and it's time to crack down and get rid of it. Forever. It's a lifestyle change, not a temporary diet. That's why we're only going to make one steak, because they're like this big.
Well, they're big steaks.
Yeah, and then we're going to cut it in half.
Inside those steaks, one steak is more than one person really needs.
Yeah. FN says ditto was meant to be congratulations. Well, I know that's okay. I know what you meant. But yeah, thank you. And congratulations to you too. Oh boy, that's hot. I kind of wish the kitchen was bigger and that we didn't have to have the table right here.
Well, you can put it outside.
Yeah, well,
You don't have to be right here. You can put it outside.
We're down to just these 2 chairs now, and I bought these table and chairs brand new, and they keep breaking.
Well, for $119, you guys have
Oh, and
bought nothing
yeah.
but quality garbage.
F. Vance, Dragon Riders of Pern by Anne McCaffrey. That's it. It didn't want to come into my mind, but yeah, that's the one. I've read a few of them, but there's a whole lot more I still need to read, but they're really good. And I read all the Lord of the Rings books too, including The Hobbit. That one has Smaug in it. Those ones. Not every book, but some of them. That one was a lot easier to read though. There's a lot less books in that series. Look, it's Boo. Boo and her one white whisker. She's so soft. It always feels so good to pet her. Because she's got long hair and it's really soft. Molly says you'll freeze outside. You mean this? I'll put a coat on if I'm going outside. Michelle wants to know what your favorite kind of cheese is.
Right? Pretty much all of it except for blue cheese.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way too. I just don't like blue cheese. And when I worked...
Blue cheese and head cheese.
No, head cheese isn't actually cheese.
No, I know that, but
yeah.
They still call it a cheese.
When I worked in the restaurant of the Iroquois Hotel on Mackinac Island when I was 19, we had to make salads, and one of them was topped with blue cheese. That stuff stunk so bad, and I did take a little piece of it and try it. Nope. But yeah, I tried it. Oh yeah, smoked cheese is real good. We have that smoked cheese from Pinconning. Michelle says, do you ever go to the cheese house in Frankenmuth? I haven't been there since '98. And the last time we went to Frankenmuth was a couple years ago. And my mom decided that we should turn around and go back one door from the cheese house. We almost made it and didn't quite. So next time we go down there, we're definitely going in there.
The last time I was in a cheese place was... After I was a real little kid, was when Hanoi still had the cheese factory.
Yeah, there used to be a cheese factory here when I was a little kid. They used to make cheese here.
Yeah, and that was the last time that was the last time, the only time I can recall of going to a cheese factory when Hanoi had one.
Yeah. F. Vance says, I want to listen to Christopher Paolini's other books too. I need to finish the Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, and I can't wait for volume 2. Yeah, I've heard of those, but I didn't read them yet. I'm sure I will eventually. You like that dragon?
No, it's just here something. Hopefully I don't break it.
His name is Everest. He came in the mystery box. This dragon right here. So he was available in the mystery box. The mystery box was limited edition, and when they're gone, and nobody can get this dragon anymore after that. So that's why I hurried up and ordered the mystery box, or I would not have him in my collection. And a whole bunch of other really cool stuff came in that box too.
There's only so many you made, and that was it.
Yep.
If you didn't get yours, then you're SOL.
Yeah. But I like to support other artists. And she just works out of her house and sculpts these by hand. So it's a lot of hard work for her, so I like to support her and some other artists too, like Cameo Anderson and people like that. The Cameo Anderson is the one who drew our channel logo. Michelle says, sweet dreams, everyone. Everyone be safe out there, guys. Hugs and kisses. Awesome chatting with you guys, Molly and F. Vance. Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Have a good night at work. I think you have to go to work, probably. All right. So it's 8 o'clock, so we're gonna, and we still need to eat dinner, and I am getting hungry now. So we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream. thank you very much, everybody who came. And again, thank you so much, Molly, for being our first channel member. And I hope you enjoy all the perks and stuff. And there is a link to that. Well, there's a link down under here. There's a link in the description. There's a link in up here in the chat if anybody else is ever interested in that. Oh, and F. Vance said, I've been to Frankenmuth Dog Bowl, and I wish Gone to the Snow Dogs would go, but I respect her reason not to go. But there are lots of shade and water stations too. I don't know, maybe she will eventually. Punk Skunk says good night. Yep. Oh, and I am announcing it in the video that goes up tomorrow, but as long as there's not a big snowstorm, on February 10th, we're going to Alpena to the Ice Festival with all the ice sculptures and stuff, and we'll make a video there. And Jess and the dogs will be there, so that'll be another video of ours that they're in. And if any of you don't know who Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs is, check them out, because that's another local YouTuber, and she's really, really good. Northern Michigan YouTuber. She's way better than me. So check her out and subscribe if you want. She's got 2 main channels. But anyway, I hope you all have a good night, and if you're in the snowstorm area, be careful. If you have to go anywhere, drive safe. Don't go in the ditch. So, say good night.
Say good morning.
I gotta go around the other side. Yep. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night.